is
Reese's.
Peanut butter cups.
That breathy one sounded very creepy, am I right?
Hi, this is Dr. Erin Huey with Tomasino Gerst Vision Source. We provide a ton of specialty care: glaucoma, diabetic eye care, dry eye evaluations, now myopia management. Typically, we see patients that need vision correction for a variety of hobbies, for work, most often glasses and contacts. Come and see us at Tomasino Gerst Vision Source, dryoureyes.com, 272-1444. dryoureyes.com.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company presents
And Doug.
And we're back with Limu, Emu, and Doug for the final question. Category is things you climb.
All right, Limu, what do you think? You sure? We're going with Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need.
Oh, so close. We were looking for stairs.
Huh. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
From runny noses to running injuries to x-rays and labs, the BJC Medical Group Convenient Care in Wentzville is ready to help. Located at 1520 Wentzville Parkway, the Convenient Care is open throughout the day with BJC providers on hand to care for all patients 2 and older. With low co-pays and walk-ins welcome, it's your best medicine when you need it. To learn more about the BJC Medical Group Convenient Care in Wentzville, visit bjc.org/Wentzville.
If you want the best, don't settle for the rest. Come to F&S. F&S Collision Repair provides the best customer service, quality of work, paint color match, and paintless dent repair. They do it all. No job too big or too small. Just what your car or truck ordered. F&S Collision. Call today to schedule your appointment and get that car repaired. F&S Collision Repair.
Midnight Auto Supply in St. Peters carries a full line of name brand auto parts at the best prices and is your PPG Platinum Distributor of automotive paint and auto body shop supplies. For over 40 years, your hometown auto parts store is Midnight Auto. Stop in at Midnight Auto Supply in St. Peters, just off Mexico Road. 447-4000. 447-4000. On the web at mid-niteautosupply.com.
Susan, it's so great to finally be able to get together again.
Oh, it sure is. And I really appreciate you picking up the bill.
I'm happy to. I've got the extra cash. Since we've all been driving so much more again, I've been using Get Upside, the free gas app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Get Upside app?
Yes, up to 25 cents a gallon. Cash back every time I buy gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
Some months I make $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Get Upside app now.
Download the free Get Upside app now in the App Store or Google Play to save up to 25 cents a gallon when you buy gas. Use promo code FALL for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's up to 50 cents a gallon on your next fill-up. You can cash out anytime to PayPal or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Get Upside app and use promo code FALL for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code FALL.
Now, back to the Edge Morning Show.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. It is The Edge. Fast 2 hours of morning talk radio. We got a crew here. Eric Johnson's here. Brendan Shanahan in for Chris. Crystal Cooper. I'm Big Faust of Fox 2. Appreciate everybody jumping in and joining us today. One of the things we were talking about, and thank you for those of you who we didn't have Facebook, you're back on now as well with the rest of the crew here.
Nice job.
Do what?
Nice job, Brendan.
Are we, but we are back on Facebook, right?
Yeah, he nailed it.
Yes.
All right.
Brendan nailed it.
Because this, I never know what the technology I'm working with over here. Hey guys, Eric Schmidt yesterday got a big ruling. Don't know if you saw this or not, but a judge said that Dr. Fauci, Karine Jean-Pierre, the White House spokeslady, they have to turn over emails that they had with social media corporations to see if there was any, quote, bias in what was going on with big tech working with politicians,
Of course there was.
including the White House, to have certain messages in and out. Eric Schmidt winning again. He is the biggest thorn in the left side. Of course, he's a Republican on the right, which makes me think that he will come under big scrutiny if he goes ahead and wins that Senate seat.
You think?
Against Trudy Bush Valentine.
How does
but this
Trudy
is major
Bush Valentine have a shot in hell?
But I saw national newspapers ripping Eric Schmidt all over the place yesterday.
For what?
He is going to become enemy number one if he wins that Senate seat. Because now
like Josh Hawley, who cares?
Newspapers have gotten used, and media outlets going, well, you're not going to look at it. We're going to have conversations with whoever we want to about however we handle our business. And now they're going to have to turn over emails, not personal emails, business emails.
Right. Yeah.
The narrative is simple. The narrative is simple. It is the United States government, which by the way, I said United States, not the Venezuelan government. Notice I said United States, Crystal Cooper.
Yeah.
This is the United States government saying to the biggest monopolized tech company, Facebook and probably Twitter and maybe a little Instagram in there, saying, yeah, that's that political story you're running. Why don't you just go ahead and shut that down? I'm on it. But that's the problem.
Yeah.
Is that the company that has, they answer to their shareholders and that's about it, said, I'm on it.
Yeah.
Not, you know what? We don't censor stuff around here. It was collusion. It was collusion. There's your word.
We did it. What else do you want us to do?
We've been trying to put the word collusion to actually make sense for the last, 4 years? Now it finally makes sense.
Yep.
The government and the big tech companies colluded to shut down pieces of information that they just did not want to see out there. And you know what? They can go, well, we didn't really shut it down. We just, our algorithms kind of just kept it off the platform. Well, what does that mean? It means no one's going to see it. No one's going to comment on it. The story doesn't get out there in that bigness.
Right.
It might trickle out. Me and you might talk about it over coffee one time, but it's not part of the public vernacular. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
And most people, once again, Americans are like, oh, nobody wouldn't do anything on purpose.
God.
And people who I'm talking about, Eric, there are people who I work with and I'm around all day long to go, oh, conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
They're not. You're just upset. You didn't win the election.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Trump lovers.
Yeah.
And I hear people all day long talk about things, and I'm like, Americans are just too damn simple-minded.
Yeah.
Look at things. There's a reason why people are pissed now that the information is going to be shown.
Yeah.
Case in point, it was a lawsuit, to give you some more details on it. Another one against the Biden administration, which Eric Schmidt is winning on for allegedly colluding with social media companies to censor speech. The court ordered the Department of Justice to produce records from key White House and the Health and Human Services officials like Dr. Fauci, the White House press secretary, and more about what kind of communication was going on back and forth. That is public information, and that's why the judge ruled they have to turn it over.
Right.
That's, and it's right behind you, by the way, on Fox News. So,
and this lawsuit has been in the works for quite some time. Do you find it interesting that Fauci came out abruptly, quickly, and said, "Oh, I'm retiring in December"?
No, of course. You know why?
That where there's smoke, there's fire. That makes me go,
no.
Oh, is something coming down?
You know why he's retiring, right? It's not because he wants to. He loves the perks.
Oh, for sure.
He loves
throwing out first pitches?
Throwing out first pitches, going to the CDC,
getting
social
awards.
Club, going to the, showering in the CDC, whatever it is, parking downtown for free. Who knows? The reason that he is retiring is because a subpoena doesn't work so well on a private citizen. You have to go and chase their ass down. But if you work for that government agency, it's not a subpoena. It's like, I need you here at 2:00 on Tuesday next week.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
And then when the Republicans win back the House, Drew Collins, they will sit his ass down and they're going, we're going to get to the bottom of this. So I hope that you brought an overnight bag because we're going to rock and roll your ass.
Yeah.
Because he damaged this country so much with him and the teachers union and now the White House and big Facebook and Twitter and all that stuff.
But more
we're starting to
Americans
see the pattern of
but
what
more
happened.
Americans thought he saved America than thought that he didn't.
But okay, Vic, that's
I'm
a
just,
good.
There's,
Wait, hold on,
there's,
Vic.
and
Hold
maybe
on.
this changes.
That's why my blood pressure is going up right now. Here's why. But Vic, you just said it at the beginning of this segment. You said that the White House is suppressing information getting out to the public, of which we were talking about. Ivermectin, masking doesn't work. The shot could be bad for your heart. So all that information was suppressed, and the only thing that the liberals heard, that little mask that they put on their face, that was a uniform saying, I'm a Democrat, I'm a liberal. So if they would have heard, hey, this thing doesn't work, the shot you get could hurt your heart. Your kids are going to be damaged for a long time because of school. If liberals would have heard that, Vic, with some vigor in social
Possible,
media,
you're right.
then this would have been a different thing altogether.
Maybe. I know one place where you got every side of the story.
Where?
Here.
Well, yeah, I mean, but who's listening? Who's listening? I mean, we can only put the smoke signals up so much.
No, I know.
You know, the carrier pigeons only go so far.
Even Eric doesn't listen till 8:25.
What? I'm on the Viper?
Anyway,
We have a radio
don't
show?
make me sweat this early on a Wednesday.
No, I'm with you on that. That's a lot of stuff that they were doing, and I know this is way less important, but they were not only censoring that stuff, but yesterday we played some audio of Dan Bongino, and right before what we played, he talks about how they even asked Facebook to take down a Fauci parody page.
I saw that.
So, I mean, we're not just saying let's keep information from other people. We're literally trying to make ourselves look better.
Yeah.
And so, that's how much we're censoring things. It's not.
They're a
it's
PR
little
company.
stuff,
They had the
too.
White House PR company.
Right. And it's
I mean, serious. The White House. Here's the deal.
we used to have fun doing parodies. I mean, wasn't that the whole reason SNL was why everyone sat down?
You're going to
Saturday night?
SNL. Try going back to 1776 when they started doing this in the editorial sections of every newspaper. That's how you communicated back then.
And yet we're trying to stop it nowadays because heaven forbid somebody make fun of Fauci.
Yes, it's, you know what? In a transparent government, which is what we all strived for, except for the liberals. They don't want anything transparent because they can't win any message. I don't know. I am literally going to put $1,000 bounty out there. If some liberal, a card-carrying liberal, can make sense of any of their messaging, any of it, I don't care. Right now, I just need you to go. I just need you to
messaging on what
anything.
specific?
Name a topic. Making our kids stay home from school for 2 years, or let's try the crime thing that you talked about this morning. That was a fascinating topic. I want one liberal to come out here and say, "Yeah, we got to defund the police," and then make it make sense.
Well, Eric,
make it make sense.
In your best,
or letting all the criminals out of prison.
In your
there you
best, you brought up Sanford and Son on this show.
Yeah.
Red Fox used to grab his heart when he
Wheezy,
no.
I'm coming.
Elizabeth.
Get ready.
I mean, that was a different show.
Eric, get ready. hold yourself up, Eric.
Yes.
Hold yourself up because
I can't take it.
The blood pressure.
I can't take it. 200 over 114.
The blood pressure is going to rise right now. If you did not see what was rolled out yesterday.
Please don't.
And it was surprising to me that it was not brought with a whole lot more vigor, but they put it out there. It's almost like a soft launch, but it's on the track and it's coming down. Yesterday, Joe Biden, he's the president, by the way, has announced.
Does he know that?
Yeah.
launched
Come on.
an annual COVID-19 vaccine for all Americans above 12 years of age and old. A move that he said that's going to protect all his fellow countrymen against the deadly disease and its variants. He said, quote, "We are launching a new vaccine, our first in almost 2 years, with a new approach. For most Americans, that means one COVID-19 shot every year, just like a flu shot in the fall. It's going to be like the COVID shot, but they put some new things into it." Quote,
like what? Vitamin B?
Yeah, vitamin B.
And it'll recharge the chip in your neck.
Yeah.
that has now grown.
That was
So,
Brendan, by the way. That
How
said that.
do any of us feel that's gotten the vaccine out there on radio, TV, Facebook, whatever be the case? He said the new vaccine is going to, quote, provide the strongest protection ever from the new Omicron strain, which did not exist when the original vaccine was developed. You see, this is where I said,
And the Omicron was like the flu. It was like
you
he had
have
the
to keep
sniffles.
score because we were told to get vaccinated if you hadn't been yet and get the boosters because Omicron's out there. So we got a new variant. But what we weren't told is, this vaccine doesn't do anything against Omicron. Now, we have a vaccine that does go against Omicron. So now we need to get another vaccine. So just keep score. Protect yourself. I'm not giving you opinions. We're just giving you facts. This is what's up. You make your choices for what you want to do, but we want to make sure you have all the information and you remember the scorecard. Because as Americans, as I say, we're lazy, we're stupid, and we don't remember what happened last week.
That's right.
Read the fine print.
Yeah, no, I
that's
mean,
right.
Biden told us, right? Just the other day.
It's
We're
not
stupid.
that. It's like when you go by Walgreens every year and you see flu shots. I'm like, hey, knock yourself out. If you're 92 years old and you want to get a flu shot, and you've been doing that since 1961, that's awesome. Now all we're going to do is we're going to see this COVID shots, your annual COVID shot. I'll be like, hey, you moron.
Well,
knock yourself out.
But here's
Have
the
fun.
I always think it's not.
I don't care. You can go get rabies shots. You can go get You can go get polio shots. You can go suck down a cocktail of whatever it is. It doesn't matter to some people.
I know.
I think that whenever I hear stories like that coming from Vic, just on Channel 2, Vic, don't preach it like it's. Don't forget this Saturday to go get your COVID shot in Ferguson or whatever.
You give
just say,
you give people the opportunity to
but
make
don't
sure that
preach
they know where they are. I've
don't
never
preach
preached
it like it's the choir.
I've
or
never
something like
preached
that.
anything.
They do on Channel 2. I've seen them do it. Like, this is the best thing ever. Oh my God, this will spare us from COVID this winter.
Channel,
my God,
all the news stations follow because we are not the experts.
Yeah.
We follow what the health department gives us as news. That's the protocol. If you don't like it, then
but
you
you're
talk
smart
to
enough to break it down and say, look,
no,
you guys have
there's
been
nothing
wrong
to break
about
down.
this.
Well, no, but see, that's just it. They had data that showed that if you were vaccinated, you weren't dying.
Well, there's also data of people that got COVID multiple times that didn't die.
Correct. But at the same point in time, it lessened symptoms, and there's scientific data that shows that, Eric.
Okay.
Eric's had COVID 36 times.
Well, the Paxlovid has been
I was going to say, there's lots of
that
data
thing-
about a lot of things.
yeah,
that weren't
Paxlovid gives
reported.
you COVID twice.
The other part of this shot deal, as the virus continues to change, and listen to this because it is very important, read the fine print, as Brendan just said, we will now be able to update our vaccines annually to target the dominant variant. Each year, we have a new shot.
That sounds like a lot of money going into
just
Pfizer.
Just like your annual
Yeah.
flu shot, and you should get it sometime between Labor Day and Halloween. It's safe, it's easy, it's free.
You're right, Brendan. They guess. They just like
Yeah,
the flu
with
because
the flu, they guess like, we think
That's
that it
right.
could be one of
Strain
these three
A,
strains.
right?
True
and then
story.
B.
They had no
Yes.
idea that COVID was coming in the
Yes.
first place.
I
So
know.
how are you
It
going to
starts
guess?
in South
We're
America.
guessing this is going to be
Yeah.
COVID 74. I don't
It
know.
starts in
Right.
South
No, I
America.
know.
It works up the United States, and it gets into the country, and they go, look, we guessed wrong. Anyway, make the money.
Mm-hmm.
Talk
Yeah,
to you
they
next
still
spring.
make the money.
Yeah, it's not free.
No.
It's not free. Even the ones that were free earlier are not free.
Yeah.
Somebody paid for those.
It is an important topic, but my God, we're still talking about COVID.
No,
90
because Eric,
I know, Vic.
we
I
haven't
know.
talked about COVID on this show in ages.
I know, but
so stop it.
I'm not.
COVID's
I'm
not going
blaming
anywhere.
you for doing it. I'm blaming us for
But
doing
Eric,
it.
COVID's not going anywhere.
For me, it is.
Well,
I'm
but,
done talking.
But
I mean,
no, you're not done because you're on the show. We bring up the topics.
I'm done feeling anything about it.
There
How's
you
that?
go.
Is that better?
Yes.
That's what I meant to say. Is
But you were that
COVID,
way a while. You were that
Dude,
way a year ago.
Is it okay? You're right, because you know what I still see in going into Walmarts and into places, people with
The ass on the
masks
end?
on. People with masks on.
How about the guy I saw pumping gas with his mask on Saturday?
What the hell? That you
And
had
then he gets back into his car.
You
Yes,
had to go
there-
say something to
There
him.
are those cases that are out there.
Okay.
And he looked to be a middle-aged man.
Yes.
He was of Indian descent.
Keep preaching.
And he had his mask on. So
That's
I didn't know if it was because of COVID or another reason. Maybe he doesn't like the smell of petroleum. I don't know.
But it'll be worse.
Do you know? I still can't stand when people wear a mask and then pull it down to talk to you.
I know.
I don't care.
No, keep that on.
I know what day it is, how bad COVID is. It's been people have been doing that from the beginning and to yesterday, and it still cracks.
You
me up.
can wear a mask. We're not.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
We're
I
not
don't
getting
mind,
on any.
but
No,
when you
you're
do
allowed
this
to get a
talk
mask
to me,
and wear a
it's
mask.
I do remember on this show, maybe a year ago, maybe a little more than a year ago, if we were to breach a topic. Do you remember this, Vic? If we were to breach a topic about maybe a mask, if we said COVID vaccine in the show, an algorithm would take Facebook and it would wipe it away.
Well,
Remember
not
that?
completely wipe it away, but it would. There were some things that were going on.
It was.
There's no
They
doubt.
thought we were shady. They thought our little show was shady.
But
'cause we
Eric,
were
it's
speaking
not
about
going to
things-
stop because here's the other thing that you have to think about, which goes into the story on the lawsuit that Eric Schmidt has just
Here we
won.
go. Yes.
3 weeks ago, we just had Mark Zuckerberg tell us that Facebook is going to, quote, protect Americans coming into the next election.
I saw that.
And that any, quote, vaccine information that's not true or information about COVID-19 that they deem not to be true will not be allowed on their social platform.
Yeah.
And
Which
that's the bad-
means people who question the vaccine, who question masking, and question anything about COVID.
So
okay, that's just a fact. So
Yeah.
you guys can take it how
Well, no,
you want.
But okay, so I'm gonna have to stick up for Facebook for about a nanosecond here. I thought, and maybe you said something about this, but like they were going to do 2 weeks prior to the election of no political ads. If that's accurate?
Correct.
If that's accurate, I can see what they're doing. I'm almost like, okay.
But at the same
because
time,
Russia can't put their money in there, North Korea can't put their money in there, Iran can't put their money in there, and the American people have to go find out the truth on their. I can see that.
Oh my God,
so
Eric,
it just goes,
I know what I'm
it
saying.
just goes into people
Eric, you're
putting
not
out false-
Eric.
Hold on. Hold on.
You talk out of both sides.
I do. But I'm playing the devil's advocate for just a second. That's all I'm doing. I would love to see some common sense debate on Facebook. I would love it. It's just not there. I'm sorry. People are so radicalized on both sides of the spectrum that people will become more radicalized, more polarized. It would be nice if people actually sat down and said, if I vote for candidate A, will crime come down or will crime go up?
Oh my God.
Right?
Yeah. This is
So listen,
Right?
Yes.
And you know how you do that, Vic? You do that with debates.
This is that
Correct?
Pollyanna rational Eric coming out.
It is.
That makes too much sense
Pollyanna was
for
hot, by the way.
anything to work in America. Those days are
They
gone.
should just not be able to
You're
lie.
right. They are gone. I was coming in here thinking to myself when you were talking about the jogger this morning that got killed.
Yes.
I was like, man, the days in 1954 Christmas movies are dead.
No, people were getting
They're dead.
people were getting kidnapped when they were running back then too. It just wasn't as widely reported because I don't think we were able to connect
Was it
to
every
each other.
day, though? Okay, I'll give you that.
Yeah, we need to see some stats.
Was
I
it
mean,
every
but yes,
day?
things happen.
I remember.
This isn't every. I know.
I
what you're
remember
I
saying.
get Crystal's point. I just don't know if a lot of people were jogging in the 50s.
Dude, but they
I just don't like when everyone says, "Oh, everything was so much better when there
no.
weren't when
Didn't
there
Ron
weren't
Burgundy
cameras."
figure that out in the 70s? Jogging.
It's like, no,
jogging
how
with
do
the
you, how
heart.
can you say that?
I hear you. But let me also say this. If something this egregious happened in my era back in 1990,
Up in Vermont,
it was national.
you wouldn't have known about it in St. Louis.
Oh, sure.
No.
If it was something this egregious, it would have been national news.
Well, yeah,
it would have been.
CNN.
They
It wasn't
wouldn't
until
have spent-
CNN that you would have been able to know this.
But they wouldn't
Otherwise,
have
it's
spent
local.
the 1 hour of national news.
Right.
They would not have spent that 1 hour of national news on ABC, CBS, and NBC to talk about one girl.
Tom
getting taken.
Brokaw
They
would-
wouldn't
And Eric,
would
you
mention
brought
it.
this up in regards to Facebook or in regards to the
Correct.
vaccine.
Yes, sir.
But as far as Facebook goes, when have you ever heard somebody say, "Hey, let's have a rational, open discussion"?
No.
and
Dude,
do it on Facebook.
You're absolutely right.
You can do that more face to face, but everybody becomes very strong. The keyboard warrior
Right.
comes out in everybody
so
when they
true.
don't have to show their face.
You know,
Yes.
Brent brought up a really good thing from the Facebook line. He said, "Remember the milk cartons?"
I do.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
I
we
do.
don't need. Well, now we've got it better. I
Right,
mean, we.
but I'm saying like so there were those issues back then.
You're right.
And yeah,
You're right.
I just think.
But
it was
I just
maybe
think
less
that were you
reported.
did you ever go to another city, Crystal? I don't know if you're a jogger or not. And you said, "Where's the nearest park? I would like to go exercise." And did you have any fear of going and running in that park without mace or a gun or something like that? But now it would be really not wise to do that, don't you think?
I have to be honest. Since I have been able to go do those things by myself,
Right.
I would not.
You would not
hasn't
do it?
mattered where I've lived. No.
Interesting. Okay.
But I mean, when I was younger, we went in. I played select volleyball, and we
Yes.
went to Junior Olympics, and they were in New Orleans.
Okay.
And we were told by the Olympic Volleyball Association in an email sent out to all the coaches and all the parents parameters of downtown of where us girls at the age we were at
What
should
year
be
was
out
this?
about. And it would have been probably like 98,
Okay.
97.
Okay.
And we were staying in the French Quarter, and it was very
gosh.
this is not, don't go out past 9. You
Yeah.
have to be in multiple, don't ever go anywhere by yourself. Stay in pairs, stay in
And those
threes.
clowns are homeless people.
Yeah. And but it was also the same year they had the Jazz and Blues Festival.
Yeah.
The same weekend they had the Junior Olympics, and we were all in the convention center together. So
Yes.
it was a crazy, extra busy time.
Yeah.
But
you know what?
But we were told, look, be careful, don't do certain
Yeah.
things.
I'm trying to figure out, maybe you guys on Facebook can help me. Maybe Brendan can help me. You're about the same age. What was that threshold? What was that line that we crossed over where going out, letting your 10-year-old go out and play soccer with the neighborhood friends until the street lights came on, and then the mom just not knowing when was that era?
I don't know.
When did that happen? When you went to high school or your junior high?
Yeah,
and you walked right through the front door
Yeah.
of your house, and you had no fear of being a latchkey kid. When did that stop? What was that?
It's a slow
For me, it was
progression,
probably
Eric.
Was that the
mid-90s.
boiling frog? That's the boiling
Yes,
frog?
it's the slippery slope.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I could
I
do
think-
those things when I was younger. Like I live on a corner, and everyone would always meet in my front yard to play. So I wasn't too far as like the lights turning off or whatever. But no, we were doing that when I was little. So maybe mid 90s.
Yeah. Cindy
don't
on
know.
Facebook goes, that's when kids listened to their parents, I'm assuming.
There's kids that still listen to their parents.
Oh yeah.
But in
It's-
mass? Or is it?
Well, it's a hard thing to tell.
Is the latchkey kid now the iPad kid? That's my question to you, Vic.
No, a latchkey kid is someone
No.
who comes home and watches themselves. It's not necessarily
Right.
an iPad kid.
Right. But is
An
the
iPad
new
kid isn't going to be focused enough if they're sitting in their iPad to be able to walk into their house and do all their stuff.
So here's Melissa. She says she thinks it was about the late 90s.
I
really am fascinated with that. I know that you're saying it's the slow boil frog.
Yeah,
I would
it is.
love to know.
There's something every year that
helicopter
happens.
parents
Yeah.
is really where it started.
When?
The helicopter parenting, when it was just always hovering over those
Well-
kids and the participation ribbon.
But-
parents,
Oh, yes.
But-
True story.
But
yeah.
the slow frog boiling situation is one that you see as well in the medical industry, Eric, as we were talking about with this whole COVID talk, which got us into the point in the first place regarding an annual COVID shot.
Yeah.
Is everybody going to be fine with taking an annual COVID shot?
Will it be required for schools?
Well, that was the next point. It's like, what is required? What becomes where you have to do this, you have to do that?
If
There
it's the same
is-
as a flu shot and it's not required,
I listened
get that.
to a doc yesterday, a former ER doc, on a podcast regarding this topic, who said, in his opinion, it will be required somehow, some way. And
that can't be true.
And he could have been, quote, trying to produce and promote his podcast for information to try to scare people, which is possible. Or he could have been thinking, yeah, legitimately, it's just a matter of time before this comes down. And yeah, you need this if you're going to be sitting in class with my kids, because you can get my kids sick.
Yeah.
And we already heard that narrative was being pushed and believed, even though it wasn't true, that if you weren't, that if you had the vaccine, you were still going to pass along COVID.
Yeah. I do think after talking today that Congress, House of Representatives, Senate, signed by the president, they need to come up with some solid, definitive social media laws. that say, if you're going to have a platform and it's going to have over 1,000 people on it, it is completely wide open.
Yeah,
you
sign a waiver.
You don't censor anything.
Yep.
The only thing you can censor is if it deals with nudity, children. If it has the same
But
social,
what do you mean?
the social
You're
contract should
throwing
be the
stuff
same.
out, but Eric, you're throwing stuff out there that seems decent to you, but those are big, wide open areas. What is nudity? What is it with kids? Because
Anything that you can't do in Walmart, you can't do on Facebook. How's that?
See, here's the problem again. If you go on Instagram right now, you would look at certain, let's just say there are sites all over there where you may have one little piece of cloth that might be covering up one spot, and I'm cognizant to it because of my boys.
If the police have to show up, then you shouldn't be able to do
that
it.
would be considered nudity to some, but not nudity to others. See, the problem is this is a great thing in theory, but
Well,
how
you
are
have
you
to
going
have the
to manage
conversation
what it
about it.
is and what it isn't?
You get Eric Schmidt on the phone right now, and we say, how can we? He would be the perfect guy to talk to about this.
Well,
Yeah, but like the rest of the world doesn't look at nudity like we do.
This is my point.
Americans are a little off on this whole nudity.
Well,
thing.
see, that's what I'm saying.
But
It's
I
like
think
we
it's
have to be
because
careful.
Parents are lazy. Okay, so they would rather have other people put in rules for their kids to follow than to be the bad guy and make the rules themselves.
Yes, Crystal.
And I'm sorry, I'd rather have a world where my kids get to pick and choose and have a ton of options
Mm-hmm.
and get to learn from their mistakes. Yeah. And I can look at them and go, I told you so. Or I gave you advice, you learned, don't do it again. Instead of literally just never, ever being exposed to it. And then once they are going the complete opposite direction.
Yeah.
We got to take a quick break. We're rock and roll. It's fastest 2 hours morning talk radio. That's an hour down just like that. We'll continue the same conversation. We come back. We can add stuff to it. Drew's trying to bust Eric. By the way, Drew, Eric's already said at least 3 times in the last week and a half that he's not so sure about a red wave anymore.
Yeah.
He's already said it for a week and a half, Drew. I don't know what you want him to do
Drew's
anymore.
got good manifesting powers. He can sit there and meditate and things happen. I think the Democrats
Really?
are going to win the House
Really?
and the Senate. And there are going to be no police in 2 years in the entire country because of Drew Collins. No more prisons, just complete criminals.
Eric Johnson, Brendan Shit, Crystal Cooper.
You got it. You got to listen. He's like the Jimmy the Greek of politics.
Hey, by the way, it was actually fun hanging out with you for a little bit Friday night outside of
was
a
a blast.
concert. That was like one of the first times. Well,
We had a good time.
You guys got me lit like a Roman candle.
I took my daughter home. I don't know. You must have stayed late.
By the way, your
did
daughter.
leave earlier.
Your daughter is badass. She's got a lower voice than you do. It was great. I was freaking out. Like, damn. She just going radio.
You go, oh my God, we don't want her giving her opinion. She's been giving me her opinion for a long time.
Yeah.
Oh dear God, dear God. All right, we try to have fun. We try to inform you and entertain you at the same point in time. All right, Eric Johnson, Brendan Shanahan, Crystal Cooper, Vic Faust, Fox Stew. Crystal's got your birthdays. We got your news headlines coming up right after this.
The Edge Morning Show. Yeah, we know we don't start as early as the other shows because we're a lot smarter.
Please leave a message at the beep.
Hey, it's fun. Remember me? Miss you, buddy. Look, I know it's been a minute, but we gotta get the fam back down to Holiday World and Splash and Safari. They've got 3 of the top 5 water coasters in the world. Remember getting soaked on Mammoth and Cheetah Chase? Or screaming down monster roller coasters like Thunderbird and Voyage? Tickets are still at holidayworld.com. Oh, the kids want to say something. Go ahead.
This year, Progress West Hospital celebrates 15 years of caring. A member of BJC Healthcare, Progress West Hospital has had the privilege of serving the St. Charles County community since 2007, proudly delivering more than 9,800 babies, treating more than 330,000 emergency patients, and performing more than 36,000 surgeries. Thank you for entrusting Progress West Hospital, your best medicine close to home, for 15 years. To learn more about Progress West Hospital, visit progresswest.org.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Hey, it's Shanny from Mascots Bar and Grill, and I'll tell you what, if you're looking for a place to watch the game with friends, Cardinals, Blues, whatever, it's Mascots Bar and Grill. If you're looking for a place for happy hour, it's Mascots Bar and Grill. Heck, grab some friends, get a table, and play rock and roll bingo every night and twice on Saturdays at Mascots Bar and Grill. You can win some great prizes. Seriously, great prizes at Mascots for playing rock and roll bingo. And it's absolutely free to play. Wednesday night is ladies' night, and you won't believe the specials they have going on there. Come by for lunch. They're the home of the legendary lunch special. You go tell them you're FOS, you're a friend of Shanny's, and you want that big old burger and fries for just $5, and they're going to give it to you fresh and hot, just the way you ordered it, and it's so delicious, and you don't have to do the dishes. If you go once, you will go again and again. Mascots Bar and Grill, home of the legendary lunch special.
Kelley Blue Book is the one-stop shop for pricing, fixing, selling, and instant cash offering. Instant cash offer is exactly what it sounds like. An official offer to buy or trade your car. Just enter your VIN or license plate, answer a few questions about your car's history, and what kind of condition it's in. In minutes, you'll receive an offer to sell or trade your car that you can be sure is fair. Then choose a dealer to purchase your car and schedule a time to meet. For all of the its, KBB.com.
You're always up for some fun with the family, so you order the essentials, a new board game, some baking supplies, and even a new projector for outdoor movie night. And with the Bank of America customized Cash Rewards credit card, you can choose to earn 3% cash back on online shopping, which could increase to up to 5.25% as a preferred rewards member. Rewards which you can put toward an extra treat that everyone will enjoy, like an old-fashioned popcorn machine. Visit bankofamerica.com/more rewarding and apply now. Copyright 2021 Bank of America Corporation.
Now another hour of The Edge Morning Show on KFNS Troy St. Charles. The Edge Morning Show.
Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information. Subscription required. Refund available for 60 days after purchase.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 90% cheaper? And you can get it online? Just go to 4hims.com/joy. At Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and trusted generic alternatives to the biggest brands at 90% off. That's right, get generic for Viagra, the same active ingredient as brand name Viagra, but 90% cheaper. It's the same medication you get from your doctor, but with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. Results are guaranteed or your money back. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, 4hims.com/joy. That's 4hims.com/joy for your free online visit. FORHIMS.com/JOY.
Show.
Local headlines now with Fox 2's Vic Faust.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. It is just about 9 o'clock on this Wednesday morning, September 7th. To look at some of your morning headlines. Of course, Missouri voters are going to head to the poll in 9 weeks to decide the recreational marijuana issue for anybody to buy, use, and grow over the age of 21. Well, lawmakers are required to hold a forum after the Secretary of State certifies a ballot question. That is going on right now. But there is a judge that says, quote, the worry is that whatever the person might have been addicted to when he or she came into the judicial system winds up on drug court later. What they will do is they will just transfer their use from methamphetamines and fentanyl to marijuana for the duration of the time they are supervised. Also, questioning if records should be expunged for nonviolent crimes from the past, if what they did then is now not illegal. Certainly an interesting topic. Jennings residents are really frustrated in North County. City's building a new multi-million-dollar city hall in the area. Jennings residents say the city has a whole lot of other needs than a brand new city hall. They say it's a waste of money. That group does. It should be used on more things. That's certainly a question that's going on right now. How about when it comes to the entertainment industry. Maverick, Top Gun, now 5th all-time in gross income, and it hasn't even been out for that long. $705 million already, so it's into 5th place. Avatar was 4th. I was still looking for number 1. But Avatar's got a re-release coming out too, so that's probably going to boost it. But Top Gun Maverick's still on the way. It passed Black Panther already, which was pretty amazing. So Tom Cruise refused to release it on DVD during COVID. He's like, we're waiting. We're going to do it right. And now Tom Cruise has estimated he's made over this one movie $100 million. One actor, Tom Cruise, Maverick. Cardinals won last night, 4-1, 8.5 game lead in the division. Montgomery's pinching for them today. Crystal's going to the game. Pujols looking for .696. There is a right-hander starting for the Nationals.
Happy birthday. It's your birthday.
It's your birthday. That's right, I served you cake. I'm Peggy. Pull your leggy. Happy birthday.
It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Go.
All right, Virgos born on this day may seem docile on the surface, but they have a volatile inner energy. They may clamor for their place in the spotlight, yet they are happiest when they are part of a loving family. Shannon Elizabeth is turning 49 today. Actress, model, and poker player, was most popular to be a sex symbol in the 90s and 2000s. She's known for her roles in American Pie, Scary Movie, and Love Actually. She's a beautiful woman. Also, Toby Jones, 56 years old today. You might not recognize his name, but I'm pretty sure you've seen his work. Best known for his Golden Globe-nominated portrayal of Alfred Hitchcock in The Girl and his BAFTA-winning role in Detectorates. He also played Armin Zola in all of the some Marvel films and voiced Dobby in the Harry Potter movies. Jay Shetty is 35 years old today. He is author, former Hindu monk, and life coach. Podcast is On Purpose, which is included guests like Alicia Keys, Khloe Kardashian, and Kobe Bryant. In 2017, he was named Forbes magazine's 30 Under 30 Europe list. Check him out if you like any of his stuff. He's on TikTok as well. He's a good life coach. Kevin Love is an NBA power forward center who currently plays for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He's 34 years old today, 5-time All-Star and NBA champion in 2016 with the Cavaliers. His 2021 salary is $31 million. Mm-hmm.
And he's related to the Beach Boys.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a cool little fact. Chrissy Hind is 71 years old today, founding member, lead vocalist, guitarist, and primary songwriter for the rock band The Pretenders. Songs like I'll Stand By You, Brass in Pocket, Middle of the Road. Another lady that was great, she is Gloria Gaynor, 79 years old, singer best known for her many disco-era hits. I Will Survive, won her a Grammy in 1980. Let Me Know I Am What I Am, her version of Never Can Say Goodbye. And in 2020, she won another Grammy for Best Roots Gospel Album. The album was called Testimony. And then we have two people who are no longer with us today. Eazy-E, known as the godfather of gangster rap and NWA founder. He would have been 58 years old today. And Buddy Holly, musician and singer-songwriter known as a central figure of the mid-1950s rock and roll, was born on this day in 1936. Wishing the happiest of birthdays to all of our famous friends and anyone else out with a birthday today from your Edge family.
The Edge Morning Show.
Hey guys, welcome back in. It's The Edge. Happy Wednesday. September 7th is the date. 9:04 is the time. Eric Johnson's here. Brendan Shanahan, Crystal Cooper. I'm Vic Faust of Fox 2. When you guys go to bed, did you know that the average American spends 44 minutes just hanging out in bed before they even try to fall asleep? So what are the top things that we do? We surf the internet, we watch TV, and check social media. That totally makes sense. In regards to the listings, the top apps we use are
Facebook,
YouTube, Instagram, Reddit, and TikTok. 11% of the people surveyed also spend a significant amount of time shopping on Amazon right before they go to bed.
go.
Oh,
Okay.
those ones that are on Ambien and that knock comes to your door like, when did I order 74 cheese graters?
That happens to Eric all the time.
It does.
He's got a
Without
whole
the Ambien.
basement full of bases.
Yeah, it's subconscious buys bases.
I ordered
It's not my
Geezer
fault.
Butler's.
It did it again.
One of these
face.
times, I will take a picture of the wreckage that I've done with bases.
I love it. 71% of us set an alarm before bed or have one preset on our phone.
No doubt.
Does it work?
And here's at 1 in 5 say there is 100% chance they will snooze at least once.
Okay.
Are
What do you
those
set
people
your
who
What do you
sell-
set your snooze at though? Are you a 5-minute, a 10-minute? Where's your snooze
I've never
at?
done it.
I rarely snooze
Yeah.
anymore. Maybe because my phone will still, even on like Labor Day, when I knew I didn't have to get up. I mean, I'm up at 6 a.m.
Anyway.
for sure.
Interesting. A third of us only a third of us wash our face before bed. 33% said every night. Another 38% said once a week. 29% said never. That'd probably be men and women.
Yeah.
Not a good idea to go to bed with your makeup on. I know that. Especially if you have a white pillowcase.
Oh my God.
There's your face in the morning.
Honestly.
Where'd your face go? Who are you?
Yeah.
Oh, it's on the pillowcase. Sorry.
Yeah.
So I don't wear the like foundation and like all of that all the time, but
You should. It's good
the
stuff.
little tiny like V in the corner of my eye, like the outside of my eye when I lay down on the pillow. It doesn't matter what color the
Your
pillowcase
crow's feet
is.
show up.
There's the little black mark from my eyeliner. Will just leave a little tiny like little V. It looks like a little bird foot, you know, like a little bird foot.
You get little.
Maybe there's birds that are stepping on your face in the middle of the night.
And that's the only part that I
You got to
ever
wash
leave
that
on
stuff
the...
out. You mean if says that after a long night of bush lights?
No, I mean like even when you wash your face, that eyeliner that's like right on the end. I mean, it just doesn't matter. Ladies know what I'm talking about. You might
And
too.
I do. I do. It's been there.
Yeah.
I get the mascara. They look like little spiders on my pillowcases.
You know, I would imagine that the foundation isn't so bad. It's that eyeliner.
I see. That's something I've never had to wear for TV, but that's something you live in being a rocker.
Yes.
It's like you guys can't go anywhere without your eyeliner.
It's painful. It's so painful to get that garbage off of your eyes. It
Yes.
is.
Tell me about it. It's a
And
pain
then
in the
they
ass.
turn red. and
Makeup
it's
wipes.
Disgusting.
Makeup wipes help too. If you do a makeup wipe and then you wash, it'll go
Does
fast.
it help?
Yes.
Yeah,
Makeup
but
wipes.
I have contacts, and so I don't like to get that stuff too close to my eyes. So
No, I get it. And finally, 63% of us always brush our teeth. That's it.
really,
24% do it at least half the time. 3% said they brush an average of one night a week.
What?
And 10% said they never, ever brush before bed.
ew. Well, they better
Ever.
brush their teeth when they get up.
Yikes.
That's gross.
Yeah, so we had to get that. We had to get that
No wonder my
information out.
dentist thinks I'm an all-star, man.
There you
I don't,
go.
I don't really think I do
Keep
much.
the cavities
but
away. Keep your
shoot.
teeth where they belong, in your mouth.
Right?
Exactly. By the way, I think Rosalind, if we had a gift to give, we could give it to Roz today. She says, quote, Drew, of course, Drew from the radio line, the Facebook line, that is, Drew would have told Moses that Egypt was going to win at the edge of the Red Sea. That's true.
And he might have been right
Yeah.
back then. Drew he's on fire.
No, that was Roz about Drew.
I know, but
Oh.
but let's not make any bones. Drew's probably
Drew's not, but here's the thing.
He's probably
Unfortunately, Drew's not on fire because Drew was here complaining yesterday. You weren't here, so you don't know.
No.
Because he predicted Donald Trump was going to be convicted on all this stuff from Mar-a-Lago, that there wouldn't be an arbiter, third party. So he was wrong all over the place again. If you throw enough crap out there, eventually something's going to stick against the wall.
Well, I thought I was going to be dead on accurate when it was like the Gavin Newsom thing. I thought there's no way that I'm not going to be right about this. The state of California has the chance to get rid of this clown. This is a done deal. Boom.
Yeah.
Not even close.
No, that's only registered Democrats. That's
and then
why.
and then the Gascon thing. Oh, there's no way they're not getting rid of this guy.
Registered Democrats.
Boom.
I know.
It's like what?
It's 2.5 to 1 in the state of California. Registered Democrats.
Yeah, but
Republicans.
are you Democrats idiots?
Yeah, no, Eric, it's not
No,
a
it's-
matter.
that was
it's
not
not a matter of being
rhetorical.
idiots.
It was a real
it's
question.
No, it was a matter of you vote party. Most of the time, people vote party.
Yeah.
Because that's what media has done and information. We become divisive, and you go to your corners.
But is there a
Ding,
time?
ding, ding.
Is there a time?
Let's get ready to rumble.
Is there a time when you can, as a human being,
Never.
is there a time when you're a human being go,
Ever.
the crime is so bad around here, checkbox 1, that if we don't get rid of this prosecutor who lets all of the criminals out of jail, checkbox 2, that the city is going to go down the tubes, checkbox 3. Here's the ballot, make a vote. Yeah, I think I'll vote for Gascon anyway.
Yep.
I mean, what? I can't. If
Eric?
there's certain things I can't put in my brain and figure out, that's one of them.
Eric.
I won't even tell you that Trudy Bush is going to not lose or not win. She might win. Who
She
knows?
has not. Well, if Trudy Bush Valentine sticks to maybe 2 issues, she'll at least give herself a fighting chance if you look at polling in America.
All
And
you
I
got to
think
do is latch on to abortion, apparently.
that's the number one
That
issue.
is sad.
That
is so sad.
But here's the thing.
Brutal.
She'll latch on to, she should as a Democrat. I'm just talking specifically when I say should. If I'm campaigning and I'm the manager for Trudy Bush Valentine, you look at what polling says. However, then Eric Schmidt and the Republicans, since you started this one up, could go back and say, well, give us exactly what your idea for abortion should be allowed. Because while Democrats can say, yeah, we need abortion, we shouldn't have this stopped by the Supreme Court, then you have to say, okay, well, then what is and isn't allowed? Because Democrats nationally have not yet given their platform for that.
Their
It's just wide
platform
open.
is 9 months and then slice off the head of the baby if you want
but
to.
not all of them. They're refusing to say. If they do say 9 months, then they may have an issue with voters. That's why they have to
No.
define. Democrats have not defined from a national standpoint what they would allow from
It
an
is
abortion
no,
standpoint.
I'm going to play Democrat.
They just haven't.
I'm going to play Democrat on the Morning Edge. Hi, I'm Eric Johnson. I am a registered Democrat. I'm running for the Senate of Missouri. And I would like to, here's the deal. A woman has the right to do anything they want to their body. It is not up to the government to tell them what to do or what to not do. If a woman wants to have an abortion on the 9th month, 9th and a half month, if they want, that is up to them. That is up to them. They can do whatever they want. And look how I couched it. I'm not saying I'm killing a baby. I'm saying the woman can do whatever they want.
Yeah, and then the Republicans will
Has
go.
nothing to do with
yeah,
the baby. Nothing to do with the baby.
But it does have everything to do with the baby.
Well,
that's what
if
you're.
you
That's
say
what that
so.
point is.
So if a Republican comes in and goes, look, let's compromise. 15 weeks, and if you can't figure it out in 15 weeks, you're definitely going to know you're pregnant within a few weeks. Within 15, if you can't decide what you want to do, let's give the baby a shot.
I know.
That's what a Republican would say.
There are extenuating circumstances.
Yeah, I'm just telling you, it's going to be an interesting situation as that comes down. It is also interesting, by the way, real quick, Drew says, well, he is going to be charged. Once again, Drew, I have to help you and correct you here, and I'm not trying to be mean. As we have said on the show, being charged with something by the DOJ, being Donald Trump, is no big deal. They've been charging him and trying to charge him for years. Being charged with something is far, far, far different than being convicted.
Correct.
You can charge with
ham
circumstantial. Exactly. So, Drew,
Being impeached is different.
Exactly. So
They have
let's
shot everything at that
once.
guy.
Yeah, exactly. He is the Teflon Don, whether you like that man or
Yes.
not. So sorry. I just need to make sure that you understand. Once again, you did not say. You said he would be convicted, and he's going down. You sent that to me privately, and you said it publicly. Donald Trump is not going down over anything that happened over Mar-a-Lago. Sorry, it's not happening.
And I didn't hear William Barr say that.
I don't know. I was taking his
if-
word for it.
If you can send the audio, because I didn't hear that. I heard him saying that he doesn't think that a special master is going to do much other than kind of add a few innings to the game, I think is what he said. But I don't remember that interview. I watched it live. I don't remember him saying that he would actually be
Does
convicted.
anybody take notice that Trump's rally
Charged.
in Pennsylvania
Or
was like multiple thousands
Well,
of people?
Eric, we talked about
I
this
know
all
you did.
yesterday.
I'm sure you did. But and
At
then,
length.
And then
You should have been here. It would have been awesome.
And then Sleepy Joe had nobody.
he had 80 people.
Yeah.
He had 80 people and a catering truck with hot dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And is
And free
anybody
popcorn.
does anybody take notice that this defies reality that you have this many people show up to a rally for your political beliefs. Yet the Democrats can win every damn election. Isn't that kind of it doesn't sit right with me for something.
Well, it's not every damn election.
Well,
but,
that special election up in Alaska, you have Fetterman beating
no,
Dr.
but there was a
Oz
reason.
in Pennsylvania.
No, but hold on a second. You got to break these down. Don't just throw it all in.
All right.
The reason in Alaska, and we talked about this, it was because of the selective voting. It was a different kind of voting that was let in by said, quote, rhinos for the first time ever. So they brought a new voting system that was public where you could vote people 1, 2, 3. And that was the reason why a woman who was on the Democratic side won in an all-Republican area for the first time ever.
And that's what they want to bring to St. Louis, too. And Missouri, for that matter.
It could be coming.
It seems unfair. It seems not representative. It seems like you go to the polling station. I vote for Crystal Cooper for mayor.
Mm-hmm.
She garners 100,000 votes and wins the mayor race. Period. That's what I think. We're getting so far away from the act of voting. Don't you think that, Crystal? Help me out here.
I feel like that kind
Don't
of
you
voting.
feel like that we're just getting so far away from the purple thumb?
I do feel like
Eric,
that
you're
kind
going
of,
off on a million tangents.
No, but that
I know,
kind of,
but everything just makes me mad. Go ahead. Sorry.
that kind of voting to me is like participation medals. Because it's like saying, well, you need to kind of tell us where everybody stands instead of picking one clear winner. It's like that's what it feels like to me. It feels like, well, we can't not tell people where they stand. You know what I mean? Versus just like you won.
I feel like in this day of politics, it's so confusing to know what like I said with the abortion thing, a candidate can say, this has nothing to do with the kid, it has to do with the woman. That's confusing as hell.
Correct, Eric. That's the point.
That is simply not right. To go and say, well, we're going to have open ballots. We're going to send a ballot to your house. You're going to fill it out and send it back. That's confusing. So I don't go to the polling station? Oh, if you want to go to the polling station too, you can.
You know what else is confusing? Well, whether you need an ID card or not, it's people go, and then you can.
Yes.
You already know this, Eric. Politics is very gray, and it's done on purpose. And that's why you don't have people doing the debates every day. That's why you don't have people coming out and giving full opinions all the time, because all you do is you'll give information that can be used against you in ads, because now we've seen the power of ads and how these companies have gotten really good at them.
So I'll give Joe Biden one piece of credit. He played his presidency like a suspect in a murder trial. Don't say anything. Just shut up.
He did.
We'll go to you like how OJ won his trial. He just sat there and shut up. He didn't take the stand. He didn't say anything, and he beat Donald Trump by not saying anything. That's a new phenomenon.
So does that mean the voting machines have nothing to do with it or not?
Eric Schmidt did the same thing to Greitens. He said, "I'm not debating you."
Well, no, Greitens did the same thing too. It was the two Erics.
That is genius.
The two Erics would not debate. However,
that might change, right?
No, well, we'll see. Yesterday, which they're all they're spidered off into these stories. Eric Schmidt came out yesterday, and Fox 2 said that he had accepted an invitation to do a debate with Trudy Bush Valentine with Nexstar. With Nexstar stations around the state of Missouri.
Fantastic.
And said that she was not accepting the invitation.
What?
Well, then Trudy came out and told us Eric is lying. She's like, we have not turned down anyone. We have received several opportunities to do a debate from several different hosts, meaning radio and TV. Yeah. We are deciding.
Yep.
So Eric's camp came out and said, yeah, we've done it. We want to do Nexstar. Well, she's like, well, we're going to decide. So here's where you may have Eric. You may have Eric Schmidt saying, well, we'll do Nexstar. And then you may have Trudy Bush going, oh, we want to do Channel 4s. And then you may not have a debate. And then you'll just have back and forth saying, well, we want to do this station. And then this person goes, no, well, we want to do this one. And then there's no debate.
I would like to propose something.
So then both parties can say, well, we accepted,
right,
but you refused to do our forum.
You could be one of the moderators,
both
Vic.
my children if they did that.
Vic, you could legitimately be one of the moderators.
No.
I get told.
No, I probably wouldn't be.
Why?
Well, I would have been told by now.
Okay. Well, okay. I think that we're getting to a point when if you want to run for anything, it's like the Super Bowl. It's like the playoffs. It's like, congratulations, the United States Senate will be chosen eventually. We have governor races. We have dog catcher races. Every single race has a mandatory debate that you have to participate in.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. You have to sign on the dotted line. You have to give your $1,000 entry fee, and you have to sign and say, I will be at Channel 2 in St. Louis on September 15th or whatever.
I don't think all
I
just
think
go
that
to one
has to
place.
be damn mandatory.
I know, but Eric,
it's the damn job.
But it's never going to be mandatory. And
But do you see what I'm
gonna,
saying?
Yeah, but who's going to make it mandatory?
If you want to
Nobody's going to
hold
make that mandatory.
If you're going to get into society,
That's like
where
saying Eric has to be here at 8:20
well, then,
every day.
Then don't show up.
At
But
8 o'clock.
Then don't hold on. Then don't show up. But Trudy will be there, and she will have an hour to bloviate on what she wants to talk about.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for the question. Let me answer that in another way. Boom, and then she doesn't have to. She doesn't have to have a retort to anything. She just has a conversation with Vic Faust,
right,
on
okay.
air for an hour and a half.
So what I think would maybe just be easier is why don't the different channels just all just sit down together, like have both of the candidates in a room and allow every single channel to sit there and ask them questions. And then it's not specific to anybody because nobody should be getting
rates
more of a
over
press
somebody.
Conference? Yeah, like to me, nobody should be getting rates over somebody else or whatever because this is about information. This is about voting. This is about getting this stuff out to the people. So it shouldn't be tossed around like it's ratings or I get it, you don't, whatever. It should be that everyone goes from you send an NBC rep, you send a whatever, and there's a press conference ish, right?
Well,
and they're allowed to ask
you're nailing
certain
it.
questions.
Why this is
There's
this
also
is
all
such
these networks are owned by the same
this.
people.
It's not about the network. It's about this. And maybe it's like the Super Bowl. Maybe Fox has it one year, CBS has it another year, and NBC has it. Who cares?
Mm-hmm.
You film it, right? So it's Trudy versus Eric Schmidt. It is basically it happens for an hour, and then Facebook has a mandatory mandate that they have to put all of these debates online. Hold
for
on,
you
Vic.
to find.
For you to go and find. If you want to take the political advertising off of your platform,
Mm-hmm.
I get it, but you have to give people an ability to say, well, I don't even know what I'm voting for. Because people if you go outside of here in Lake St. Louis, not everyone's like us.
Yeah, no, I know.
Not everybody understands that Eric Schmidt and Trudy Bush are even running for anything.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to go,
understand.
who am I voting for? And then the husband or the wife tells the other guys, yeah, go vote for Schmidt.
Especially outside of St. Louis.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And because you're talking about two candidates from St. Louis and one who most people still don't even know her name, Trudy Bush Valentine. They don't even know if the Valentine or Bush comes first. I'm not kidding.
Exactly.
So we'll see, Eric. I mean, but anyway, just wanted to get that update.
You know what? I feel like these people are acting like we're telling them that they need to go live on TikTok and answer all of the questions that everyone in the world. We're not putting them under that kind of pressure.
I'm telling you right now, if you want, I feel like I'm a genius. I am a genius. But besides that, I think
I'll invite you to the club.
I think TikTok and Facebook, if you're going to start suppressing stuff, you need to make it mandatory that every candidate can say, without editing, this is what I'm about. This is what you're voting for. Vote for me. Pull the lever on November 2nd for me, Eric Schmidt. I think that you have to do that.
We got to take another quick break. We come back, we're really going to fire Eric up.
Oh, I can't take it anymore.
It's something I'd heard about.
Better
Robert
not be about
posted
Van
it.
Halen.
No, it's a World Economic Forum talking about they're calling, and they called for just a month and a half ago. They called for an end to all personal car ownership.
Excuse me?
And then you look at what's happening with electrical vehicles, and then you look at what's happening with not being able to charge them, and then you look at Gavin Newsom telling people not to charge their cars. Oh, yeah, we'll get into that. Plus anything else you guys want to bring up in the final segment of The Edge right after this. Fast 2 Hours Morning Talk Radio.
Take your blood pressure medicine, Eric.
I can't.
Grab your coffee. The Morning Edge will be right back on 100.7 The Viper.
How long does it take to tackle a home project? With Angie, you could cross it off your list before this ad is over. Just tell us what you need, indoor or outdoor, repair or redesign, and we handle the rest, sending a top pro to get it done. You don't have to lift a finger, except to tap the screen or click the mouse. Plus, Angie is free to use. So bring us your next home project, and we'll bring it home. Download the app or go to Angie.com. That's ANGI.com to get started.
Things are a bit tight lately. That's why I love Kohl's. I went back to school shopping and got kids' clothes for under $6, sneakers for less than $20, and an extra 20% off already great deals, like 25% off backpacks. And get this, you can save more with a Kohl's card and earn Kohl's Cash. Talk about more style and more savings. Select styles, 20% offer until July 24th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Thanks, everyone, for baking your way here on this toasty morning. Are you all ready to jam? Excellent. Before we get rolling, let's start by hashing out everything bagel we'll be discussing. Profit margins are okay, but they could maybe be butter. Sorry, I don't mean to waffle. Next quarter, it's all or muffin. Did you have a question, sausage patty?
My name's Patricia.
When you can't take your mind off breakfast, it matters where you stay. Delicious breakfast available at our Hilton family of brands. Hilton, for the stay.
My daughter used to be a shining star. I would tell her, there's nothing you can't do. Now, it's like living with a stranger. It happens so fast. Centerpoint Hospital, real help for addiction and hope for a bright future.
If a young person dear to you is facing substance use, the Changing Point at Centerpoint Hospital now offers adolescent treatment solutions with detox, 4-week residential, and outpatient treatment. The Changing Point for Adolescents at Centerpoint Hospital. Hope for a bright future.
DQ presents Picture this. Picture the burger of your dreams. It's on the new DQ Signature Stack Burgers menu. A lineup of 5 premium burgers like the Flamethrower Signature Stack Burger and Loaded A1 Signature Stack Burger with 100% seasoned real beef patties, melty cheese, and a combo of top-notch toppings and sauces galore. This dream burger is calling your name. But it isn't a dream. You're ordering at the DQ drive-thru. The DQ Signature Stack Burgers lineup. Try it today. DQ. Happy tastes good.
How long does it take to tackle a home project? With Angie, you could cross it off your list before this ad is over. Just tell us what you need, indoor or outdoor, repair or redesign, and we handle the rest, sending a top pro to get it done. You don't have to lift a finger, except to tap the screen or click the mouse. Plus, Angie is free to use. So bring us your next home project, and we'll bring it home. Download the app or go to Angie.com. That's ANGI.com to get started.
Jay's RV in Warrenton does factory and extended warranty repairs on all models and is the only mobile RV repair company in the area. Now is the time to get your RV checked out at Jay's RV in Warrenton for service or bodywork on any brand. Jay's RV will get you ready for a problem-free season. Sales and service the way it should be. Jay's RV. Online at jaysrvrepair.com. That's jaysrvrepair.com.
Dirty exterior? Don't scrub it. Wet it and forget it. Wet and Forget, the easy outdoor cleaner. Wet and Forget works overtime with Mother Nature to eliminate unsightly black and green stains on the exterior of your home with no scrubbing, power washing, or bleach. Use Wet and Forget on all your outdoor surfaces, including decks, siding, roofs, and patios. Wet and Forget is available as a concentrate or extreme reach hose end. Purchase Wet and Forget in-store or online at Lowe's, Menards, Ace, or Walmart.
Here comes more of the Edge Morning Show.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. It is The Edge. We appreciate you jumping in again this morning. Time is 9:29. Fastest 2 hours of morning talk radio. Eric Johnson's here. Brendan Shanahan in for Chris. Chris Cooper. I'm Vic Faust of Fox 2. Lively entertainment show. It's what we try to do. Have fun. Do it Monday through Friday from 8 to 10 a.m. Share the show. Let everybody know what's going on. Getting Eric all fired up.
This music is why I played it too. This music gets him fired up.
Oh, it does. No doubt about it.
Soundgarden?
Yes.
Just so that everybody's aware, and I know it sounds so crazy, but there's a lot of things that sounded so crazy like before COVID, and then people just start accepting things because there's no other way to do it. The World Economic Forum, which is a very, very powerful forum. Most Americans have no idea what or who the WEF is. But if there ever becomes one world government, one world thinking, which you already see the signs of that happening, the WEF will be right in the middle of it. Well, at the end of July, they were calling for an end to private car ownership in the name of saving the world from, guess what? Climate change and reducing the need for green tech resources. They said, quote, we need a clean energy revolution, and it starts with taking away the car ownership. And before you say it sounds crazy,
I'm not
just
saying
remember, it's going, quote, according to the WEF, critical metals such as cobalt, lithium, and nickel, all of which are used in clean energy technologies, are in short supply, while the WEF says recycling old tech that uses these metals could put that in quotes, lessen the impact of shortages. It's simply not enough. So they're like, how do we proceed? Top of the list of the solutions, go from owning cars to just using them.
How do you use them? Like one of those scooters at downtown St. Louis where you put your credit card in and you just kind of scoot around St. Louis?
I mean, but that's like they just don't want you to have ownership of anything. That's the problem.
And before you think that thought process is so far away from the United States, look at what has already begun, as we've talked about, with purchasing new gas vehicles in California and some other states around the country, things that should go into effect by 2030, 2035. If you think it's a pipe dream, you might want to think again and start reading and educating yourselves. That's
no doubt.
All we're saying.
No doubt.
But how are they going to do that?
I always think you get the government that you deserve. These liberals are cramming garbage. They're liberals to me, or they have big spoons of asparagus. When I see a liberal, all I think of is big spoons of asparagus. There's no libertarian in them. They have a group mentality. They're like army ants, Democrats, and they all vote together. It is a scary prospect to think that a human being in this time, living in the United States of America, can't make his own decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Can't just go out and say, you know what, I want to buy a 1990 Datsun because I had one as a kid. I want to drive it around. I don't want to. If you want to buy an electric car, knock yourself out.
Mm-hmm.
But this, and Vic's right. You got to look at California right now. You have to look at cobalt and the guys that are investing in this. There's a lot of money right now. If this thing goes blank up, there's a lot of people that invested in a new world government, a one world government.
Bingo.
But let me tell you another thing. There are technologies out there that are exciting that could literally bypass electric. Hydrogen is one of them. There's more and more videos now of engines and generators being powered by water.
But that will never be allowed to make market. I've watched the videos on them.
Right. And it's the truth. Hydrogen is in infinite supply.
Do you know what happens to people that bring the water engine to public?
If
they're not breathing anymore.
If it gets oversaturated.
And I'm not kidding.
If it gets oversaturated, Vic, I don't think they could stop it. But I don't know what's going on. I try to say that I have some answers on this show. I have no idea what's going on.
I'm figured that out.
I'm so confused by TikTok.
You need to stay away from TikTok.
I know.
And I'm going to tell you why. Remember, TikTok is Chinese algorithms.
Okay.
And just so that people understand, in China, you know what their kids see on TikTok? Because I saw a guy breaking it down. He's like, they see what we used to see in the 80s, Eric. Stories of young kids playing sports.
Yes.
Success stories. Kids studying in classrooms, being tutored, playing sports. I'm not kidding you. Things that you saw in the 80s. Things that show them nationalism about our country, their flag, about we fight for China, our country, having that love of country. The algorithm for the United States, stupid girls dancing, mock videos, drama playing out,
reactions.
People, stupid shows, comedy, and it's nothing about what you conspiracy theories, even though some of them are true, and things that are not about America.
It sure did sound like what you said was a conspiracy theory. You see what I mean?
Yes.
What you said,
but that's not a conspiracy theory.
No, I know. But what you said, you could see on TikTok. I could see.
Yes.
Hey, I'm Vic Faust, and I got to open your eyes. I got to awaken you people in California. Yada yada yada.
But it won't
whatever,
show up
whatever.
in their algorithm.
I know, but whatever Vic just said, I go, is this a conspiracy theory? They're really going to. Another thing I heard on TikTok is when electric cars become available and are autonomous, they'll be able to shut your car down.
Correct.
On a whim.
Well,
on a whim.
They could do that now.
No, they can't.
You can shut down a Tesla.
Well, who knew that? But the gas-powered engine doesn't allow you to do that. But an electric car, they have complete control. They have complete knowledge of who you are. You are a citizen 1161578BXY, and that's what's coming.
Yeah.
Now, here's my question. How do you vote for that? How, as a citizen of St. Charles, St. Louis, Missouri, United States of America, how do you present that to someone and say, this is what, go ahead and vote for this if you want, but your cars are going to be gone. You're done as far as being an autonomous
So it's
citizen.
a car service that you pay a fee for, and every time you walk out your door, a car just shows up.
No,
to
that's
take you
not
wherever
true.
you want to go.
Yeah, try that on a Friday night when you have to be at a gig in 10 minutes.
I'm just saying, and it's not even Uber. It's a matter of, but is that when cars are autonomous and can drive themselves, and you just say you put it in and say, all right, I'm leaving for work in 5 minutes?
Here's the deal. Nothing of this conversation is bad. If they had an autonomous car that showed up to Crystal Cooper's house at 6:45 and drove her ass here, and she didn't have to touch the steering wheel, that's kind of cool, but that's capitalism. Capitalism won that battle. If the government comes in and says because Europe's doing this or California's doing it, that's bad.
But the
There's
difference
two
is if
totally
she does
different
it,
things.
If she's doing it voluntarily.
Don't argue with me. I just said that is a good, I think.
If she's doing it voluntarily and purchasing a service that does that, that's one thing. If they tell her that she can't drive herself,
there you go.
That's different.
That's right.
If she's not
That's
allowed
correct.
to own a car and drive herself because she likes to, that's different.
Can you
than
imagine
being
that
able
legislation?
No.
Woo.
Okay, so how about this? I found this over the weekend, and it's not cars, but it's similar. So Denver 7 News put out a thing this weekend. It said when thousands of XL customers in Colorado tried adjusting their thermostats Tuesday, they learned they're no longer in control over their temperatures in their own homes. The what's it called when you switch it, like where you go to the thermometer, the thermostat says temperature locked temporarily during energy emergency. Due to a rare energy emergency that may affect a local energy grid, your temperature slider has been changed from 8 p.m. to 8 p.m. because you enrolled in a community energy savings program.
That is so liberal. That is such a liberal thing. I want to protect the environment, so I am going to sweat my ass off at night when I'm trying to sleep. Wow. I hope they like their decision. Or if they go, I can't do this, I'm out.
So they're already doing that, and they're turning people's thermostats off.
Hey, we got,
because they signed and they checked a box. They did it to themselves. They voted against themselves. Go
But
ahead.
they have the capability, right?
Who do you got on the phone, Brendan?
Todd on line 1.
Todd, where are you calling from? What's on your mind?
I'm out here in Wentzville.
Yeah, what's up, bud?
You guys there?
Yeah, what's up? Go ahead, bud.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't use Facebook. I called in the old-fashioned
Good.
way. I don't live on Facebook.
Oh,
you
dude.
need to start doing polls from people who are not just on Facebook.
Yes.
Anyway, have you guys ever heard of the blood diamonds?
Yes.
The what?
No.
Blood diamonds.
Of course,
blood
yes.
diamonds where they're taking
Absolutely.
they're using kids in the Congo.
Correct.
And to mine all these diamonds and then cutting off hands to keep them from.
Correct.
And it's something to look up, but there's also the same thing going on with all these minerals for the batteries that we're be using in electric cars.
Yes.
It's all come from the Congo or from the Ukraine. In the Congo, all of them are child laborers working for not even $1 a day and paying for all this minerals to make your batteries work.
Well, they do. I mean, right now the Congo. Yeah, right now the Congo has the large, and there's a reason I know that I had to become an expert in this subject for a series of stories I did. The Congo has the highest deposit of lithium that makes lithium ion. That's what they have in the Congo.
Right.
Now, that's cobalt. They have the highest concentration of cobalt. The next highest concentration of cobalt is in Russia. That is not what they refer to this as conflict diamonds, or you said blood diamonds. Guess where the next largest deposit of cobalt could be? In
Probably
Steelville, Missouri.
What?
I did a story on this. Missouri. Oh, yeah, I know. Stacy Hasty, a friend of mine, owns these mines. Cobalt, of all the places in the world, it's down in the Steelville, Missouri area. That company's, I can't say this yet. You're going to hear a whole bunch of.
We got
dinosaurs.
We got dinosaurs. We got cobalt.
We got dinosaurs and
man.
cobalt. Yes. So we'll see. But I understand your point. Not to take the oomph out of your point. Yes, it is. That's the blood diamonds are what is going on. That's what makes it very. You want to stay away from when it makes these batteries because it's the lithium ion that makes those electric batteries.
And there's no way to dispose of it.
But that's the next part.
You think that nuclear rods are hard to get rid of? Try cobalt. There's no getting rid of cobalt batteries once they are expended. You can recharge them a little bit over time, but in 50 years,
on a raft in the middle of the ocean.
Another thing I heard is to do this project, Vic, you need to take the landmass of Missouri, Iowa, Nebraska, Oklahoma, parts of Texas, Illinois. You have to have so much land and so much expansion of solar panels and wind technology right now just to make this project work. I mean, we are talking like hundreds and hundreds of thousands of acres of land just to make renewable energy work.
Correct.
It can't happen.
But the deep dives are not happening on a national scale where everybody hears about it. Because if you're somebody, and like I said, all opinions should be out there. If you're somebody who is on a national scale, somehow gets an opportunity to say that climate change does not exist and explain what Dave Murray does, the difference between climate and weather, you're considered by national media to be a moron. And you'll be eliminated, you'll be canceled until there is an opportunity or a platform for the thousands of scientists and experts who say there is no such thing as climate change.
Yeah.
We need to break this down. We just don't have a voice to get our voice out there because people are only hearing one thing.
Yeah. I think there's going to be an era where there's a group of people that sit in their house and they watch TV and they just laugh at what people have allowed to be built.
Have you seen Idiocracy?
I've heard about it.
It's you'll watch that movie and you'll be like, oh my God, so much was right.
How do people? They don't have any deductive reasoning to me. If you're a liberal, if you vote for a Sam Page or a Cory Bush, you don't have the ability to say, if I do A, B is going to happen, C will be the benefit of that.
What do you mean?
Okay, Cory Bush, you want to defund the cops? You want St. Louis to be safe? It doesn't. Those two things don't live in the same space.
Well, yeah, but the people who voted for Cory Bush think but that's what they wanted. They didn't want. They don't want the policing that they've had.
They don't want
I have
safe St. Louis's.
Well, no,
they
but see, now you're adding.
all
that.
right. Well,
they feel as if they are safe,
Doesn't
whether
matter what
we
they
agree
feel.
or not. They're safer doing their own communities than to have police
I'm
there.
going to give you a perfect analogy.
I'm just telling you what they
I'm
say.
going to give you a
not
perfect
my
analogy.
opinion.
I'm going to give you a perfect. I'm voting for extra large Panteras pizza, and I want to lose about 40 pounds.
I get your
Do you
point.
see how the two don't work together?
Yeah.
I'm going to buy. That's all
Not
I'm eating.
unless you're going to go run a marathon after.
Well, I'm not doing that. I'll tell you that right now.
Or
I'm
you're
going to go.
bulimic.
I'm going to go buy an extra large hunk every single day. But I'm dead set. I'm going to lose 40 pounds.
Right.
That's Cory Bush for St. Louis in a nutshell.
I kind of like
I
her
want to
diet
be
idea,
safe.
though.
I want to be safe. I want business to come back to St. Louis.
Shanny's like, man, if that worked, that'd be the new diet
You
trend.
can see I've been trying that.
I'll be at Panteras right after the show, Eric.
Yeah.
With you.
It's
Give me
know
the
what you're
pepperoni
saying,
and
though.
sausage.
It's called cause and effect, and
Yeah.
that's the problem that I have with liberals. You don't know how to get to the X factor of what the equation is that you're trying to find.
Right. It's like I feel like a lot of people are like racehorses with blinders on, right? Like they're focusing on their life and not really wanting to let all the other stuff in. And sometimes that stuff like you're saying, like the unsafe, like all of that, it has more to do with how you vote than I think some people are giving it credit. You know what I mean?
Maybe. I don't know why you would vote for a Gavin Newsom.
I know.
It seems like Governor Parsons in this state has done a pretty damn good job. I could see why you would reelect him. There's nothing controversial about what he's done, is there? I mean, at some point as an American citizen, you have to be able to break it down and say, DeSantis,
right?
My God, you've threaded the needle of a perfect politician in Florida. It's safe, it's clean,
but
it's affordable. It's
what
not
are you
affordable.
But where are you going though? What?
I'm just saying, there's certain people that I can see a multitude of people voting for. Like DeSantis is a great example. I can see the entire country getting behind a DeSantis.
But with the car industry,
no, with just politicians, is voting for people who are going to keep your society good and on track.
Yeah.
Okay, but once again, you're coming from your own perspective of what you think is good. And even if you are 100% right, there are people who disagree with your opinion. And they think that the country is on a better track with Biden. As crazy as that may sound, they do. Which is why, Eric, if you look, and I don't know, it's so difficult to look at polling, but when I see middle-of-the-road polling showing Biden increasing in polls right now, and then I'm like, okay, well, what good is going on that makes people want to get excited? What is good? What's going on good with the country? That would give him a boost in polling.
That's where you have to beg for people other than Drew Collins to come on and explain it to you in a calm fashion.
Yeah.
Like you, I would love to have anyone from St. Louis County come on and just say, look, we're going to have a nice, calm discussion. There's going to be no yelling. We're going to bring up a topic. And as a liberal, as a Kirkwood liberal or a Webster Groves liberal, someone who is smart, maybe college educated, you're going to sit here and you're going to explain to me how any of this stuff makes sense. And they might be able to do it. But I've just never heard it. I haven't.
Yeah.
How does not looking at your education system in your backyard, being number 37 in the world, how do you not want to fix that?
I know. I understand where you're coming from.
You see the passion in my face?
Yes.
How does Webster Groves now getting elevated crime levels across the board? How do you not want to fix that? How do you not want to go out and be a little bit more proactive and get the criminals off the street?
Eric?
Yes, sir.
Can I blow your mind really quick
Please.
from the Facebook line?
I can't wait.
Robert says, for Eric from TikTok, a question. Eric, why are all craters on Earth at exactly a 90-degree angle to the flat surface? Not a single one has ever had any inclination or angle of trajectory prior to impact. So if we live on a spinning ball in space, what are the odds that every single impact from space rocks strikes the Earth straight down at a perfect 90-degree angle?
Because the circumference of the Earth is big enough to where any point of the Earth is flat at the moment that you impact it.
Is it, though?
Yes.
Earth's not that large when it comes to the whole
It's
galaxy.
large enough.
Oh,
It's
is it?
large enough.
What are the parameters there? What are the measurements?
It doesn't matter if it's flat or round.
You're good at analogies. Actually, if you look at Earth in the galaxy that we know of, it would actually be like a cotton ball, Eric.
That's a new one. I thought it was a pear, but what do I know?
It was funny, Robert. Thank you. Whether people, it's one of those things to think about.
Yeah.
So my mother-in-law over the weekend kind of blew my mind for a second. She was like saying that the Earth looks round because of the cameras they're taking the pictures with.
I've heard
and how
that
they have
before.
fishbowl
No, here's the deal.
lenses.
Look, here's the deal. If you're a pilot, if you're blessed enough to fly an airplane,
right,
from the cockpit, not from the side of the plane. But
I love this analogy.
But
that
if
Eric
you
gave.
go
are
up,
bowed,
even go
too.
to the St. Louis Arch. Go to the St. Louis Arch. If you go up high enough, you will start to see that curvature of the Earth. You will start to see it. You can't. If you'll see how the sun
How
hits
many
you.
thousand feet though? You have to be up there pretty high to
Not
see
really,
that, right?
Not about 7. To see it really comfortable, it's about 7,000 feet. Anything above that, and you notice it immediately. So there's so many different physics principles that I could bring up to you that would prove that it's not a flat Earth.
I know.
I just don't have time to do it right now.
So I don't get the explanation of the people that say it's a flat Earth. That when, like, we have rockets and things that obviously go into space, and when they look down, they see a big blue marble. They don't see a flat finger painting on a piece of paper.
Good point.
You know?
But I
don't understand what do you think you're seeing? Is it just going away from a piece of paper and, you know, it looks like 3D effects?
I know. I don't.
I do want somebody to explain.
I don't understand.
I want someone to explain the giant tunnels in the Antarctic where the aliens live. More than anything else, I want somebody to explain.
Eric, they're subterranean.
I don't care if it's post-terranean. I want to know
they're
what's going on there.
Eric, with all of the
please tell me you don't believe
civilizations that are under
for the
the
love
terrain.
of God, for the love
Eric,
of God,
we're
please.
almost to Conspiracy Friday, baby.
I believe that more than a flat Earth. I believe in aliens way more than a flat Earth.
Eric, another good question for you. Are galaxies flat?
It is not flat.
I said, no, the question is, are galaxies flat?
No.
Okay, they're not?
Well, the black hole
they
is
could
just,
be.
A black hole is just a hole in the paper.
Actually, to be honest with you, it could be 2D. It really could.
Or is it 4D?
Carlene says she looks flat from a distance.
Oh, that's funny.
How about a pitching wedge out?
That's awesome.
See, this stuff this is crazy. Man, stay away from TikTok. Go wash.
I'm glad you just said it.
Go wash your brain
record
out.
that.
Go wash your
No
brain
more
out.
TikTok for Eric.
Or reels. You got to
No
throw
more.
reels in there,
And
too.
who knew that white checkerboard flooring was a sign of satanic cults? I never knew that.
Not satanic cults, just
The Satan.
Illuminati.
The Illuminati.
Okay.
Who knew?
All right.
Stay away from TikTok. Did you see Joe Rogan?
You
the
don't
other
have
day?
to go to TikTok to learn that, Eric.
No.
I don't know what I'm even talking about. Don't listen to me about
What
anything.
did Rogan say before we go to break?
Joe Rogan said the other day with this guy that was on his podcast that the aliens, the UFOs, are completely made up by the government to control us, to put us into a fear-like state that the alien invasion was about to happen.
But aliens don't make most people afraid.
I think if they started shooting lasers at us, it would make
But
us
then
nervous.
they would be real.
What if
I
they did?
guess.
What if they like made them up in the sky and then fake were shooting at them, right, to make us think we were under attack?
Do you guys
but
wanna
it was just a hologram up in the sky.
We've just
That's what I'm
lost it.
talking about.
This is
Right?
awesome.
Do you guys want
and
to
crazy all at
couches
the
for
same
Friday?
time.
I can get someone on Friday that will either frustrate us or make us
But
go, ooh.
but what's the topic?
Everything. Everything's on board.
We have
But we've
Rochelle
got
Friday,
several-
but we can have the first hour.
Well, let's talk about it off air first.
Whatever we want to do.
We got to make sure
I feel like
we got to
need a
vet
good
the
one.
right people. We may need 2 people.
Who's the second one?
We may need 2 people just to bounce people out. Who's the first one? Because I may have a good one as well.
Ooh.
That's
well,
what
then
I'm saying.
I defer.
How
We
about
will
you
get it.
each bring in a person?
That's
to
what I'm
make a
saying.
bet?
We
Yeah.
need 2 people
Wait a
so they
minute.
can talk with each other.
So we have a conspiracy off.
Yes.
No, but they may agree.
That would suck because then
And what
then
gives
their
them-
Wonder Twin powers
but-
would come together and
but-
blow up the studio.
But who's to say whoever we bring on knows more than what we do as a collective group?
I say Friday we go nuts again.
Okay,
Wait a minute,
we'll
I
get
can't
into
do it.
We got to get to break.
I can't do it.
We'll let you guys know.
I can't do it.
Back with more after this quick break, right after this.
You know what a booster shot can be like? Charging a cell phone. Just like a cell phone charger helps restore your battery, a booster is given after a primary series vaccination to enhance or restore protection against COVID-19, which wanes over time. Boosters are recommended for people 5 years and older. Schedule a booster appointment as soon as eligible. You can even make the appointment on your phone, as long as it's charged. Sponsored by Pfizer and BioNTech.
If you owe the IRS back taxes, then get ready to pay up. The IRS has giant private collection agencies actively tracking down folks who owe the IRS. So if you think dodging them was stressful in the past, it's going to get a whole lot tougher. Optima Tax Relief has this advice. Don't wait. Solve your tax problems now before it's too late. Optima Tax Relief works to stop the demand letters, stop the aggressive collection actions, and stop the IRS collectors from targeting you. Ask Optima about the Fresh Start Initiative, one of the biggest breaks the IRS has has ever offered. If you qualify, you could save thousands, and nobody knows this program better than they do. Optima is A-plus rated with the Better Business Bureau, and they get results, having resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. Get a fresh start. Call today for your free consultation.
Call 800-624-7544. 800-624-7544. 800-624-7544.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
KFC knows that when it comes to chicken sandwiches, there's good and there's finger-licking good.
A chicken sandwich? That's good. A 100% white meat KFC chicken sandwich so delicious it forces you to rethink everything you know about sandwiches, including whether or not they even need buns, but then you remember how good a brioche bun can be and then having to rethink your rethinking? That's finger-licking good.
KFC's chicken sandwich, always served hot and crispy, in your choice of classic or spicy. Order now on the KFC app. Kentucky Fried Chicken, that's finger-licking good.
Prices and product availability may vary.
Do you want the best for your car? Then fill up with Premium at Circle K. Circle K Premium is our best fuel with double the cleaning detergent, protecting your engine from corrosion and damage so it can work at its best. And that, my friend, increases your mileage for more cha-ching in your pocket. Plus, when you fill up with Premium at Circle K, you can save up to 20 cents per gallon. Offer valid Thursdays or Fridays at participating stores. For details, visit CircleK.com. Circle K. How convenient.
Compass Health Network Express Care offices in Newtown, St. Peters, and Wentzville are ready to serve you today. Compass Health accepts Medicaid, self-pay, private insurance, and offers a sliding fee scale. Don't wait another day to feel better. Call 844-853-8937 for an appointment or visit compasshealthnetwork.org for a location nearest you. Compass Health Network Express Care. Feel better today.
People's Bank and Trust is helping you get a grip on your finances with our new mobile banking service. You can now manage your accounts, check balances, transfer funds, and pay bills all from the palm of your hand. Visit us online at www.pbtc.net for more information and to start using mobile banking. People's Bank and Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Here's a message for Quiver River Electric members. Vote now in your annual Board of Directors election through August 22nd. Members may vote online, by paper ballot, or at the annual meeting on August 25th. If you vote, you're automatically entered into a drawing for free electricity prizes. Learn more about the voting process, the bylaw proposition on the ballot, and board candidates at quiver.com.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save over $700 on average, and those savings add up. Imagine what you could buy in the future.
The graphics are so real on this video game console I bought with the savings from switching to Progressive 10 years ago. I can't tell what's real and what's the game, which I think is what people want. You know, in the future, which it is currently.
So switch to Progressive and save big, because those savings can add up in the future. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National annual average insurance savings by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive in 2020. Potential savings will vary.
Now, back to the Edge Morning Show.
Hey guys, welcome back. It is The Edge. Thanks for joining us today. I hope we entertained you. I hope we had some fun. That's what we try to do. The 2 hours goes by fast. You guys make it. We appreciate it. Thanks for jumping in with story ideas. Continue to bring them. Continue to tell us things we may be missing. And of course, continue to share the show on Facebook. 100.7 The Viper. You studying flat earth stuff over there now, Eric?
No, I'm seeing all the people on Facebook right now saying they have pictures of ghosts and all. Send those pictures. I want to see those pictures.
I know, right? They said Edgy OGs. I just posted a video. Do they have their own page?
What?
Are we missing out? Or do these
Come on,
OGs
what?
have their own page?
We're not invited to come see the OGs page?
What are OGs?
Original Gangsta.
Original gangsters.
The OGs?
You're an original gangster.
Yeah.
We have a group of people that watch us all the time. They call themselves the OGs.
No, I thought you were talking about some website that was like...
But she's saying, do they have a
I'm
Facebook
saying
page
if
for
they-
just the OG?
If
Gotcha.
they have an Edge OG Facebook
Promote
page,
'em.
we should be on it.
All right, let's see
Unless
ghost,
they talk about
We-
us.
ghost pictures. I want to see them.
We send your stuff to Eric. He's going to get a kick out of it. Eric Johnson, Brendan Shanahan, Chris Cooper, and Big Faust of Fox.
Ow.
Guys, have a great day. We'll see you for Fox 2 News at 5 and 9.
Original
It's
game.
sunny. Yeah, I'll wear some pink and gray tonight.
Yeah.
There you go.
It felt special.
I know. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Troy, St. Charles, and the